Hi guys, so today we continue our weekly forecast, January 28th to the February 1st. This is end the month, so we're gonna have the monthly candle closed. So this is just a warning, our content is just for educational purpose. We go to the currency strength index. Just to give you a general idea, so Australian dipped a little bit last week, then it picked up on Friday. The pound has done really good in the last 4 days, so I will not buy pound now. I will wait till it will back down, then we go ahead buy. But I will not sell it. Canadian will do very good. Oil prices are picking up. There's issue over Venezuela's oil, so we think this is just gonna give the oil a boost. Also, Bank of Canada will have rate hike. At least the market will position itself for a rate hike, so we expect the Canadian dollar to perform well. And we have seen this on Friday. USD Canadian dollar just a drop. Japanese yen, I will sell franc yen, USD yen, Euro yen, but I will not touch New Zealand, Canadian, Australian yen. And if you have a good buy for pound yen, you can go ahead with it. New Zealand, the inflation report came last week was good. So the fear that New Zealand central bank to do a rate cut has gone away. So now New Zealand should be in the positive way, okay? So we can buy like Australia and New Zealand, and I think New Zealand dollar will be for buy. Also last week I said it's for buy, and it was really good. Uh, yeah, the euro should be going down. Dollar should have some correction, then will go down. Franc is very weak, will continue weak for a while. If you need any help, Twitter also, we have a Twitter account to give free signals. So we continue now to indexes, just like last week. So we start with the dollar index. If you remember last week, we had the channel here like this, and we said this is going to drop from this place or a higher place. You can see the map we have done. Uh, just 1 second here, I'll show you. Okay, so here what I'm talking about. So we have the dollar last week forecast was just like this. We have said this rallied up, then went sharp down. We are in a correction, then it's gonna come down from this or that. You can see just it went up a little bit, and we have said can go up, down, one up, then just crash down. Exactly what happened. So our next forecast, this is gonna go in a channel like this. This is kind of a support here, or just at the top will be a resistance. So we expect this to bounce up here, then it just to crash down again, okay? So the first days in the week we should be having some correction, then we expect also in the end of the week or so to crash down, or next week we'll see. So we continue here, as we said, this we expect the dollar index to go up a little bit, correction, then go down. Next, now we go to the next index we have, which is the euro. So we expect the euro to continue down. The euro is going down in a channel. This is the 4-hour chart for the euro index. We have seen this come down to the channel, pick up. So it may just go up a little bit, then go down, or just to go down. So euro is just for sale. The pound has rallied really good in this time. Was very strong to the good news from the Brexit. So this coming week has a vote. This would be very important. We will not sell the pound. We will only buy it. So we will wait for a correction. Then once you have a good signal, I will use the purple start signal H1 frame. Then I have a small stop loss, and I go with this. The Australian index has gone down in this channel, then came to this point. That's the 4-hour chart. Then got up here a little bit up, came back to the trend down here. So we expect this to go up in a channel, okay? There is much talk the Australian dollar is just gonna go back down. I expect the Australian dollar to continue going up, not down. This Japanese yen index after the crash has been coming down in a correction. We expect at some time it will reverse. For now, maybe we'll just have a small going up in this channel to the upper line of the channel. Then we'll see what happens after. Is this gonna break or just gonna go back down? Um, Here for the New Zealand index, we have got this really up, then it came back down. So we have this like support here. We from the inflation report, as I mentioned earlier, was good. So I expect just a small correction, then I expect we to go up. So it will be for buy against like franc or dollar, but I will sell it against Canadian dollar for sure. Okay. So we move to some of our currencies here. So we start with the dollar yen. We have a signal in the H1 frame. Last week we have had a signal and we sold it. It gave some profit. Was not really a crash. So again, this I will not buy dollar yen. I will only sell it. So here we have H1 uh, signal. I will go with this one. Maybe it will up a little bit. As we said, the dollar index will have some correction. The dollar yen rely a lot in the Japan 225 stock market and also in the American stocks and dollar index and Japanese index. So four things actually dictate this pair. So I will only sell this one. USD CAD, we have said last week this will be for sale from a higher place and have done really good. Like this is a 4 hour came down really here. Then we get some correction, then going down back. This is strong support. I expect a little bit pullback up here to this level. Then we sell it again. So this is the beginning of a 4 hour signal, which is a very strong signal for a long time. But it has gone a little bit. So I will wait. It goes also with the dollar index. So I've said the dollar index to do some correction, then go down. The same thing. So the dollar index will go up, then will crash down. So I will not buy it at all, only sell it, but not from here. Wait to go up. Same thing like last week. Australian dollar has gone down really. This is the H1 chart. So has gone down here. Rallied like 100 bips on Friday. Then we expect some correction down here. So the Australian to get kind of neutral and the dollar to get a little bit stronger at the beginning of the week. So this should go a little bit down, then continue up. So I will only buy it as it goes lower, okay? Euro bound, if you can avoid this, for now avoid it because it has gone really much down, like 400 bips recently. So if you want, you can just sell it, but from a higher place with a small stop loss because you never trust the bound these days. Euro Australian dollar, this we have said this was for sale, was very good sale. It will continue to go down all the way. We have said last week it will go down and it will continue down. Maybe you'll just go neutral, but sideways and crash down, okay? Euro franc, this franc is very weak and euro is weak, but franc is actually weaker. So we expect, we have said last week to buy it and it was good buy. So expect a little bit back to this level, then we'll go up. So we'll only buy it, but if as it comes down a little bit. Euro yen, we will sell it because euro is kind of weak and Japanese yen is kind of a little bit stronger to neutral now. So we will sell this one with a small stop loss. So if it doesn't work out, just to have a stop loss in place. But I would say this is not a bad of signal. We are at 125 now. The signal started here. Bound franc, I've said last week to buy it. It was a very good buy. Okay. If people listen to last week forecast, it was really good. So this week I will not buy it for sure. I will wait. This has gone up really much. If you not have the daily time frame to just to give you indication, this just went vertical. This is crazy. So don't buy here. Even the bricks is bought, all this stuff. Just don't buy it. RSI probably is way overbought and just not good idea to buy it now. Okay, and also don't sell it because you never know what's happened. So just wait till it come down. Then if it come down nicely, you have H1 or H4 paraboxar signal just like this one here, or like maybe even M15. Then just to go with it long will be good one. And the small stop loss, you must use a stop loss with all the bound this week. Australian franc, we have said this is good. It went down a little bit last week with the Australian index going down. Then it went up. Australian is going to gain momentum. It's going to get strong. Franc is very weak. So we expect a little bit of correction here then to continue up. This is really good to buy. Euro Canadian, we have said this is Euro is very kind of getting very weak, and Canadian is just gonna get very strong, like what, very strong. So this is gonna crash down. This is a daily, okay? So just in the smaller time frame, make sure you wait for the better correction and just sell it in a good place. Canadian franc, we have said Canadians is gonna get strong. They have given us like a buy signal. It was really good. Just watch out. Friday was a very strong candle, so wait for a little bit correction, then buy it again. This is also good. Should go all the way up. New Zealand Canadian. So New Zealand kind of a little bit neutral to slightly strong, but Canadian is going to be very strong. So, and the oil prices is just going to continue up, or at least not down. Bank of Canada interest rate hikes, or at least the feeling of the market for the hike will give strength to the Canadian dollar. So this will send this down. Okay, so this is a very good actually to sell right now. You can just sell it right now. In the H1 you have a buy here, but it bounced from the resistance, and if you go to the M15 or M5 you're gonna find a sell signal here, so this is really good to sell. USD franc, franc is very weak, but also dollar is weak, so it depends on the news this coming week. uh, this should go a little bit down. Okay, should maybe go a little bit up from the moving average here, but should continue a little bit down at least. It's not very good to trade like USD franc now because dollar is going down, franc is going down, so just ignore this. Pound franc is the same thing. We have said this was really good to buy. You can see this. Canadian franc and pound franc were just doing really good because franc is very weak, so just leaving itself for any other strong currency to take it up. So pound and Canadian were very strong, so just went really up. Okay, this is not good to buy right now. Wait till it come down. Then when you have a good signal from H1 for Forex just then you go buy it, and you must use a stop loss. Pound yen. We will wait to sell this one after all this Brexit stuff finish and bound just to go to the top and start going back, or having like strong correction after all the Brexit news. Then we will sell it. Now it's 145, so we will wait maybe 147, 148, or maximum 150. Then we can sell it with a good strong signal. No point of buying it now. It's just went too much from 137 to 144, and we would not sell it for short right now. So just right at the middle. So just ignore for now. Frankian, like we have a good sales signal here. Look at this trend here and that, and just is a good here. Okay, and this candle in the H4 is just very good candle. Then I gave a signal here to sell, and it was really good. It started, so I expect to go all the way down this over 120 pips. Euro USD, then we will buy only euro, but this is expected to go down again here or there, then bounce back. Okay. Euro USD is not very great to trade now because euro is weak and dollars is also weak. So which one is gonna get weaker? Is not which one is gonna get strong. So maybe at the beginning of the week we're just gonna get something like this down here, then we'll bounce up. So I will wait for every dip, then I will buy with a small time frame like M15 or M5, then a small stop loss, then try to get a rally. Yesterday I gave a signal to buy for this one. It was really good. Bound USD. We have said before this was only for buy because we have a daily signal for buy. It went really up here, so we'll wait for correction. You don't sell it right now, okay? Because this can just go up again with any Brexit news or anything like that. And it's not good to buy here. It's way overbought, as we said before. So just wait for correction, then buy it with a stop loss. Australia, New Zealand, this went back down, not as expected very much, but it should go back up. We have a signal here in the HR, and this is a massive resistance here, and this for price range, this is very down price, so it will not get much further. So I will only buy this one. It went 100 bip up, then kind of went most of it back. So we expect to go up again. New Zealand, just like the index, New Zealand USD. So we expect to come down here, then we continue up. There's a chance it break this downtrend and go down, but from the Central Bank of New Zealand, then there's no rate hike, so we expect to go up. But also they expect inflation, so the Central Bank of New Zealand expect inflation. So this kind of gives a little bit of fear. They have some kind of uh, for the New Zealand to go down. So if you look at this here, like this may be like another resistance level here, then it just bounce back down. uh, so I will buy it only, not sell it, because the dollar is gonna get weaker. But after it do a correction, because I know the dollar is gonna get a little bit stronger first before it gets weaker, right? So we expect this to come down. After it comes down, then you look at the dollar index. Once the dollar index at H1 start to go down and gives you the sell signal, the dollar index means the dollar index is getting weaker. You look at the New Zealand index. If it's getting up, then you go buy New Zealand dollar, okay? Then you use a stop loss. Gold is a little bit not very good, so I would expect a correction in the gold to come down a little bit. Then after this, we'll see if it's gonna continue up or go down. But I think it's gonna go down because I expect the stock market to go up. Okay, so I think this is a good sell opportunity, not a buy. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much, and I hope everyone will have a good week. Sorry if this was a little bit longer than usual. Okay, goodbye.